Hey guys, it was saying that it had poor connection, so hopefully this isn't too bad. How are you guys doing? Um, Today I was thinking of talking about these notes that I looked over earlier today of this Akashic Record soul reading that I had done on myself, and I just thought some of these things were interesting and wanted to share them. So, the first part of the notes is talking about blueprinters, and I didn't really know about blueprinters until I did this Soul Genesis Akashic Records reading, and I'm apparently considered a blueprinter. A blueprinter is basically a highly evolved being that has incarnated here as a human being, and there's 5 different categories of them. There's the originators, there's designers, technicians, deliverers, and changers. And basically, what blueprinters do is um, we bring the blueprint of love and of like original creation back into alignment on the planet. So we have incarnated here specifically to help realign the blueprint of all of existence, I guess you can say. Um, so that's a pretty cool thing. I had a client message me earlier today asking what I knew about blueprinters, so I went and I looked up these notes that I took that I wrote about my blueprinter stuff. So I am a blueprinter changer. That's what I am considered. And sorry, I keep like moving around here. A blueprinter changer is basically I transmute energies, I transmute things, and the the designers are like the teachers of the blueprinters, and they basically like relay information to the changers who ultimately do the changing of things in the blueprint of all the blueprint of our realities, I guess. I don't know if I'm explaining this okay. But yeah, so I don't know, I was reading over these notes, and another thing that I thought I would share, because I haven't been going live as much as I used to, and since I haven't been going live, it has like put me back into like this old state of mind or this old fear that I have been working to overcome for several years. Um, so like this part of this Akashic Records Soul Genesis reading that I had done on me, I was told that I was born into this lifetime with 3 core wounds. And these core wounds are displacement or feeling alone, injustice, like things are just unfair, um, and also invisibility. Like, I feel like I have felt like my whole life that I might as well be in the background because no one listens to me. So, that core wound right there, um, the invisibility core wound, where I have felt my whole life that I wasn't important enough to be heard. I have felt my whole life that, like, what I have to say doesn't really matter, and there's someone else that can take over what I don't know, like things that I'm thinking about or wanting to express to people. Um, so that's something I've been working to heal in myself for years now, and these live videos have really helped with that. So I've been guided to do live videos. It's something that I normally would probably choose not to do because of this core wound that I have of feeling invisible and like I don't matter. But I am in this process. I've been in this process of healing that core wound by, making these live videos and expressing myself fully to the world. I didn't even realize how unique, and I didn't realize all of these unique abilities that I have until I started expressing it to the world. Like, I didn't really consider myself to have any sort of important abilities that to share with the world. It's just my spirit guides, being in contact with my spirit guides, because I taught myself my own psychic abilities. My spirit guides are the ones that have guided me to face my fears and to ultimately just run straight into my fears in order to heal them. So I had asked my spirit guides to guide me in the fastest growth rate possible for my life, which has just made my life super intense, lots of growth and lots of healing. And this is why I am a healer myself. So yeah, I just thought this was a good topic to talk about, especially since if you are normally a follower of me and notice that I haven't been live in quite a while, for one, I'm pregnant and I've been going through so many different shifts just from pregnancy hormones, and just life in general has been really, like, I'm shifting into some new reality right now. Like, it has been really intense for me. But it has kind of led me back into those initial fears that I've had my whole life, which made me almost fear going live again. Like, I literally had to force myself to go live right now. And obviously, as you see, I'm live right now and I'm just kind of flowing with whatever I'm talking about. It's just coming more natural to me as I am healing this aspect of myself. So yeah, I actually have like so much inside of me to share. But since I have this core wound that I've been working through, in like not feeling like things that I have to say are important, or feeling like I might as well be in the background of things, this whole process of me going live and me coming out with like these crazy things that I've been doing for years. Like, I only came out like a year ago that I had psychic abilities, that I taught myself I was psychic. I didn't really realize how crazy and amazing that is. I didn't love myself enough to realize how fucking badass teaching yourself psychic abilities was until I started like telling everyone, which was really hard for me to even do. So yeah, I've been teaching myself psychic abilities for the past 6 or 7 years now, I think. 6 years? Probably 6 years. And I only came out about it about a year ago. So I even used to hide that I practice my psychic abilities from friends because I was scared to be different, and I've had so many traumatic incidences throughout my life of people making fun of me for being different, and stuff like that just like pushed me to kind of adapt to to like fit in, I guess. And over the past like year, I've just gone through this huge transformation of just like coming out of the closet of my fucking existence. And I never even realized how amazing I am, until I started seeing reactions from other people. So, yeah, so this is one reason why when there are those people that think that I have an ego of sorts, it kind of really like hits me because it makes me almost feel like I want to crawl back into the background again. Cuz I'm like I don't know, there's like this weird wound that's been inside me my whole life. Hi Cindy, by the way, sorry I just saw that. But yeah, anyways, I am working to shift this. I am I am a blueprinter on this planet, and I'm a blueprinter changer. I'm here to change things. So maybe that's one thing that I'm helping to change is these wounds of being afraid to express these deep aspects of ourselves. Fear of persecution. Yeah. Yeah, there's because my whole life I've been made fun of and basically just felt like I needed to be in the background, like it wasn't that important. Awesome, Shauna. Yeah. All of this I'm saying right now, I almost like I didn't plan on talking about all this deeply, but I feel like this is something that a lot of you can relate to. Is just feeling okay, just being yourself, your weird, crazy self that's very unique from anyone else in the world. Um, we're made to, we're conditioned in the society of the whole world to feel like we need to be the same as everyone. Like the things that make us really different are too weird to express to the world. Well, we're conditioned to do that because they don't want us to like express ourselves fully because we are so fucking powerful and amazing when we do that. Witch wound. Yeah. um yes, I have been a witch in one of my past lives. I've seen her like when I healed some aspects of that lifetime and she had like red hair and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I'm just gonna look at more of these notes. Oh yeah, when I did this Soul Genesis thing is when I discovered that we can attract false guides. And I had some false guides in my finances, and let's see what else. And in my relationships. So when we are in certain vibrations and we're like calling out for help from the universe or something, if we're in a negative state of mind and we're like begging for help from some negative aspect of ourselves, we're going to attract a guide that vibrates in the same frequency. So that's how we can sometimes attract negative spirit guides to be guiding us. And so when I discovered that, it was like super cool, and now I can do it for other people. So if you're interested in like having a session with me sometime, I can check out if you have any negative spirit guides, and I can switch out. I can like hire new guides for you. It's pretty cool. Thank you about my eyes. Cool, Shauna. Yeah, so basically I actually recently hired a new financial guide. um it's kind of funny because I was helping someone else gain a new financial guide because she happened to have like this fallen angel as her financial guide. So I just like basically just removed that guide from guiding her and got her this new guide. I called upon a new guide, and this guide was like this god of finances, and he was super badass looking, and he was like this huge like light being, like glowing. Holy shit, you guys, you can kind of see my pregnant belly. I'm like getting paid pregnant. But anyway, so this financial guy, he was like super badass and super huge and like bright, and I was like, I want you to be my guide. Like, you're pretty fucking sweet. So I hired him as my new financial guide. This is pretty funny. And I've actually been like communicating with him way more than I communicated with my other guides in finances or whatever. And he has been guiding me, like he's been guiding me to go do live videos. And then I have had a couple occasions where a negative guide, I have to like remember to put shields on myself when I'm practicing like speaking to my spirit guides and stuff, because sometimes there can be other guides that come through that try and manipulate the answers that you get. So one way that you can figure out if you're talking to a negative spirit guide is like ask them if they love God and the Holy Spirit, and they always have to answer that question. I don't know if they have to, but they always do. Like, they, when I've encountered some dark beings, like they always tell me like that they don't love God. So then I'm like, all right, well, get the fuck away from me then. Yeah, and one thing is that you can't really be afraid. Like I said, I've taught myself my own psychic abilities. I had some clairvoyant abilities as a little girl, but my mom always told me that it wasn't real when I was trying to tell her about it. So like it eventually faded through time, and I actually grew up with like some kind of closed-minded people that laughed about like psychics and stuff. So when I had heard that you could develop psychic abilities, I was like, what? Like, is that for real? I want to try it, because I'm the type of person that I don't like disbelieve anything until I try it myself. So I just started practicing tuning into psychic abilities and doing a bunch of research on it and whatever. And I have developed, first I developed clairsentience ability, which is the feeling ability. And then I developed the hearing ability, hearing the spirits and hearing guides and stuff like that, hearing my higher self. And then I've developed my clairvoyant ability. I wasn't able to see things before, and now I do. And it's kind of like when I started seeing with my third eye, it was the first thing that I had ever seen was two demonic entities. So if you know me and you follow me, you know that like in my healing practice, I remove negative entities from people's auras, and that's the first thing I have ever seen. And then my clairvoyant abilities just kept growing, and now I can see people's higher selves, and I can see people's auras, and I can see chakras and blocks and chakras, and I can see so much stuff. And I've kind of I am so different than who I used to be, just because I've been healing and growing so much throughout my life. And so yeah, I used to kind of judge psychics and stuff like that, and grew up in a family like that. So it's just really interesting how life can just evolve into something that's so amazing but so different than you ever expected. It's really just discovering yourself. And then when you discover yourself, you realize that like truly discovering yourself is way different than what we've ever been taught in society. So it's kind of a scary process to actually start connecting with yourself this deeply. Everyone has one and needs it. When you have learned enough about yourself that you can keep that ego in balance. The idea of destroying your ego is an ego in itself. Sorry, I'm just reading this comment. Yeah, I don't believe in destroying the ego. I don't even remember when I talked about the ego in the video. But anyways, yeah, the ego can be used as a tool in some ways. I've been noticing how to determine the difference with my clairaudient ability, hearing. If I'm hearing things that come from my ego or hearing things that come from my higher self and like higher knowledge. So it's helpful to me to understand things within myself that I need to heal. When I notice ego, it's something that I've been working on for a long time. But yeah, anyways, I have been doing these new higher self discovery sessions lately. I don't have it listed on my business services page or anything, but basically what I do is if you're not familiar with our aura has different bodies to it, and I specifically remove my mental auric body from myself, and then I go and I get my client's mental auric body, and then I take their mental auric body by the hand, and I bring them up in dimensional densities. And I stop in each one. I can go and look at some notes I take notes every time about their experience. And every time is different. Everyone has different experiences. But here's an example. Thank you, Laura. This is the second comment that I've had on my eyes. My eyes are actually my favorite feature about myself, my physical self. But anyways, so this is an example of when I took someone up in dimensional densities recently and introduced them to their higher self and had them ask some questions to their higher self if they want. And so when we got to 5D, they were feeling lighter and they said heavenly. 7D, they felt activations in their heart. In 9D, she took a very deep breath and she said she feels very centered and empowered when we got to 9D. When we got to 11D, she said she felt her heart going up into her higher heart chakra. So, if you're not aware, we can have a higher heart chakra that connects our heart to our mind. And so anyways, in 11D, she said that's what she felt like her heart was connecting to her higher heart. My eyes are Arcturus. They they are pretty freaking large. I know that. They are. I literally feel like I'm not even my parents' child. Like, they don't even have these huge eyes. But thank you for all of the compliments on my eyes. Okay, let's see. When I got to 15D with her, which is where I have this safe room that I take people. It's like the safe room that doesn't allow any beings in that are not welcome. So Yeah, so in 15D, she started laughing, and she said she felt like her crown chakra was opening like a flower. And she said she felt very hot. And the reason why, when you go up in dimensional densities, that you feel hotter is there's so much energy that flows through your body. It's like shooting like all over, like crazy. It's just such intense high vibrational energy up there. So yeah, this is just an example of someone's experience of when I took them up through dimensions. Yeah, my eyes are so dark that they look like they're black. Like, it's so, I don't know, they're pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, so if you want to try a higher self discovery session, that's just an experience of just going up in dimensions in itself. Um, so not everyone feels that intensity all the way up. Some other people don't feel things until we're further up in dimensions. Like, they don't feel it right away when we go to 5D or whatever. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Something else that I have been doing recently is I have discovered how to see people's subconscious minds, see into their subconscious minds. So, it's been really interesting to discover. There's so much in someone's subconscious mind, and it's like our subconscious minds are like all connected or something. I don't know. I'm still discovering more and more about it the more that I go into people's subconscious minds. But there's actual beings that I've discovered that like hang out in our subconscious, and it's been pretty interesting. But anyways, I created this new service that's called Subconscious Mind Quantum Healing. So it's where I basically go access your subconscious mind, and I ask to be shown what you need to see to help you along on your healing process and healing journey in your life. And I can help get some answers, because in our subconscious mind, obviously it is our subconscious mind, so we don't normally have access to it or like realize some of the things about ourselves that come from our subconscious mind. So this type of service, I feel like, is kind of cool because you're finding things out about yourself that maybe you didn't realize. Take ice baths sometimes. That's interesting. Yeah, so anyways, try out, message me. I don't have like the service listed of the higher self discovery call, but I do have the subconscious quantum healing thing listed in my services, and I can like post a link in here or whatever. But yeah, and I also am like really planning out very precisely a coaching program where I basically help awaken people more to who they are, and help to discover a way to fulfill your spiritual mission while also creating abundance. So, yeah, and I'm including a lot of my healing services in my coaching program, because I believe that in order to grow and evolve into ourselves, we have to do a lot of deep healing work. So, it's also healing our minds and our bodies and our many, many lifetimes that we have lived. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get off of here. I need to force myself to keep going live, like, way more often. I love you guys. Thank you for watching me. And I hope to hear from you and helping to help you discover your higher self, and help you discover yourself and heal yourself and whatever, because that's what I am passionate about. I want to help everyone heal and discover themselves on a very deep level. So hit me up, because that's what I love to do, and it's what I do. So I love you guys. Bye.